Hello, everybody, and happy FriYay! I'm Britt. This is my channel, brittwriterly, coming to you looking like a full-on 60s housewife with the curls and the floral headband and the oversized sweater with the golden thick hoops. That's me. Do I have socks that match? What are you talking about? Of course I do. Who am I? Coming to you in a full-on 60s housewife. Now, obviously, this is the 60s where I'd have to be white to be unbothered about life, but it's the style of the dress. It's the style of the dress. So, hello, here I am. Welcome in. Welcome in. I am joined by my lovely co-host. Most of y'all just came from her nano early morning sprint, so thanks for coming my way afterwards. I'll let her introduce herself, even though most, if not all of you, probably already know who she be. And take it away.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Shay. My channel is Shay with the Hobbies. I be writing, I be reading, I be creating. If that's something you think you could get interested in, come on over to my channel. I'm supposed to be having videos. They're supposed to be a thing. But right now I'm streaming. So, if you come over there, you'll catch streams pretty much daily this month. So, just come on over and have some fun with me.
Baby, won't you go her way? Got something she can't create.
So what's funny is apparently there's a singing group. This white man came up with the singing group based off of the Trap Queen song. Apparently Fetty Wap and the Trap Queen song got him through a hard time. So they're an acapella group. Yeah, I'm not kidding you.
Now it got me through.
I'm not kidding you. Look it up on YouTube. They are an a cappella group that goes around singing Fetty Wap songs.
Not for nothing. Fetty Wap do got a couple bops on them that I'm just like.
But since he don't come out for none of his songs, since he ain't come out with no more songs and he out of trouble, they super old now, so he don't have nothing new to sing. But it's I want to see a quartet. It's a quartet of dudes sing. All I'm saying is, if you need something to go look up on YouTube, you should definitely go check it out because it's pretty.
Yeah, listen, you can do some covers, some remixes.
And I feel they're either called the Fetty Waps or the Trap Queens or something. I want to say they're called
not the Trap Queens.
I'm not joking.
Fetty Waps would be better if it was doo-wops, but Fetty Waps.
I feel like it is. Let me look it up on YouTube.
I'll allow that. I will not allow Trap Queens. I won't hear of it. Good morning. Yeah, glad you're here. Listen, I know how it goes. Nice to meet you.
No, it is called Trap Queen. I wasn't tripping. It's the Trap Queen all-male choir. I'm not joking. You know what? I'm a mod. I can drop the short in the thing, can I?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Good morning.
I'm not on my personal one. I'm on my other one, so I can't do it. But anyways, it is. So if you just type in Fetty Wap singing group in YouTube, it'll come up on some YouTube shorts. Not even gonna hold you.
Wow.
And when you see the dude, you'll be like, no way, and you'll have to click the video because he does not look at all like he'd be singing any Fetty Wap songs, let alone founded a whole choir devoted to Fetty Wap songs. It's hilarious.
The choices we make.
Thank you, Nia.
Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Pat. Always good to see you. I'm not gonna hold you. Ever since you had to take that week off, now I'm I can't take Pat's presence for granted. I can't take our general manager for granted.
Whenever Pat ain't around, it'd be like, is she okay? Because she didn't say she was going on vacation.
Right. So why wasn't no 2 weeks, wasn't no request for PT.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be gone for a little bit. Not that you owe us an explanation, but we was she gone. You don't owe us nothing, but we also was where is she?
Where is she? Has someone checked on her? Someone send a word. Someone go drop in.
We can't do a wellness check on you. We too far away. So we was Where'd she go?
Can we commission a pigeon to do a drop by, like to do a flyby? What can be done? Good morning, Vina. Good morning,
next time just
lady.
do a little hootie hoo. We'll know. Just a little holla out.
I love a little hootie hoo.
A little hootie hoo for you going out.
That's how I'm gonna start starting these videos. Hootie hoo! Happy Friday! Yo, the real ones, the FriYay crew, the FriYay few, because there's a few of y'all who are here every single FriYay without fail. The FriYay few, when you come in from now on, just drop a little hootie hoo so I know it's you.
Hootie hoo!
And everyone else will be like, hi, just dropping in. Welcome in. But the FriYay few, hootie hoo. That's how I'm gonna start it from now on. Happy Friday, and to the Friday few, hootie hoo.
Pat, did we talk about you getting a wrench in my channel? Did you say you was okay with that? I can't remember because I know you don't have one, but I'm gonna definitely give you one if you say yes, ma'am.
I surely just gave her a wrench on my channel. Didn't even ask nothing. I was like, here you go. Here's the power. I ain't check nothing. I said, here's a promotion. Here you go.
You get a raise. You get a raise. You get a raise.
I was like, I mean, she should have one, right? She clocks enough hours.
Man, no, for sure.
This our server show.
That's right. If we get watch time hours.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's the FriYay hootie hoo for me.
It's gonna be a thing. Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday to the Friday few. Hootie hoo.
Hootie hoo.
Yo. I love it. If I were to ever get merged, it would be Friday few hootie hoo.
Right.
Friday few hootie hoo. I don't know what Fetty Wap is doing, but I also love the ombre purple. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It came here and was like, I'm sorry, did someone send for me?
I don't know if I'm gonna ever go back to the red and brown. I love it. I love it so much. I don't know if I ever go back.
This feels like the place you're supposed to be.
Nah, no. So like, not for nothing. For like homecoming, my friend is a Q, and so like one of the old heads was like, "Why is her hair purple?" And he was like, and my friend was like, you know the wonderful thing about colors, they existed long before fraternities and sororities. So people been liking them for centuries. And I was like,
right,
you didn't have to. You could have let that old man make it. You didn't have to. It's like, nah, because why he asking stupid questions? And I was like, okay.
It would be different if you were a guy with purple hair. Then it would be like, watch yourself, because why on homecoming weekend are you rolling around here like that? That's kind of dangerous. But for someone of the opposite sex, like, why do you care?
Right. Second of all, the fact that you don't remember me, and I've been coming to homecoming for like 15 years at this point to play dominoes with you, old sir. I'm done.
His memory is going. You don't have much to live for at this point.
I'm not Greek. Sir. But he also was drunk and pissed himself that day too. So it was a lot going on for that man.
Pop.
It was like
it feels like
I was like, they should make it a rule. If your wife can't come to homecoming with you, you can't come.
You can't come.
You can't come because nobody there to babysit that man. He was doing a lot.
No. Otherwise, you're gonna have to have a documented handler.
Right,
because your wife.
He was doing too much. He was on there barking. He was barking at a Delta. There's a lot going on. It was just too much going on. It's like, this is what old
the cues are a menace.
You cannot come if your wife can't come with you, sir. It should be a rule.
It should be a rule, or she's gonna have to have a proxy. Yes.
You need to be chaperoned, sir.
A spousal endorsed proxy. If she can't come, she gotta send somebody, not someone you chose. Does your wife know this is her proxy?
No, because you was definitely sitting next to another old head, and he watched you fall off the chair talking about, get up, Ira. You're not gonna help him. I was dying.
Not get up, Ira. Not stop playing down there.
I was like, mind you, they're both old head basketball players. So we talking about like 6 foot up old heads. Like
I can't help
I'm not
Ira.
picking you up. I'm watching you. I'm not picking you up, sir. I'm sorry. I'm not.
I can't help you. I
When he said,
really
get
can't
up,
help you.
Ira, I promise you. I had to like cover my mouth because I was trying not to laugh so hard.
I already don't have it. I already don't have it. He can't.
At all. At all.
He cannot. I'm reading Never Wraith by Shakir Rashan this morning. Loving it because it's YA urban fantasy with a black boy MC, a black girlfriend, cool magic, and they feel like actual black teens.
Let's write it down.
Exactly.
Write it down. Cause you know what we love. I'm here for this upcoming Black Boy Magic we ain't seen in a long time. I'm here for it.
Oh, explique.
Never Wraith. And did y'all see that they didn't rebranded Script?
Yes, to Everend or something like that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because I didn't like all them documents showing up when I'm looking for a book.
Right, because Script is now for like documents and stuff. I don't know if y'all had seen that, but I was like, oh.
When I got the email, I was like, I'm okay with that. And it didn't require anything of me. They sent me the email like 2 weeks ago. Well, like a month ago. Then they did another one 2 weeks ago and were like, just so you know, this is gonna happen. You don't have to do anything. It'll be automatic, and what was an S will become an E, and then you can re-download Script if you want the documents. And I was like, and I don't. Thank you very much. Go ahead and auto correct away.
My slow stuff, you know, the account was shared, so I didn't actually get the email. I was looking for the S. I was looking for the S for the app and couldn't find it for the longest. And then I saw it. I was like, what is this icon I'm not used to? I finally clicked on it.
What is this ampersand look like an E?
Yeah, what is it? Somebody actually. Oh, okay. Well, here we go. All right.
Here we go.
We back on it. And so I'm excited.
Yeah. I like the new logo. It's like an ampersand.
Yeah, and I like the color. It sticks out more because I promise you I would skip over that green and white.
That white S. Yeah.
Yeah, I skip over all the time by accident. So
100%. 100%. Happy Veterans Day.
Any veterans in the chat? Happy Veterans Day.
Absolutely. Literary lady, do I know your name? Have you told me your name?
I said
Nia
it.
Is like coming to me.
It's Nia.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear it. I always call literary lady. Happy Veterans Day. Good morning, Nia. Absolutely. Y'all hit that like button. Friday few. Hootie hoo. Not if I said hootie hootie. Hootie hoo. The Friday few know what's up. Elizabeth. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Welcome back. Hope you've been well.
She's been popping in for the morning writing sprints. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, good morning. And somebody still ain't made a new Discord profile, but she's been popping in for the Discord sprints too.
Who is that person? At this point, that person is delinquent. At this point. I think we can all agree.
I'm not saying no names. I'm not saying no names.
No, that would be like OD, but I think whoever that person is delinquent. And it's possible that life is on top of them right now, just sort of like sitting on them like a couch.
Hey, so, I understand because life been November came in here and was knocking stuff off the walls and still ain't got act together. She still
came in the door like
my living room looks a mess right now. I don't know why she came in here acting like she acting. I hope December though came in here on the same noise because one of them gonna get beat up. I can't take it from both of them. It's a lot.
They're gonna have to tag team out. Someone has to be respectful. Someone has to hold the line of respect. But this hasn't been the year where that's happened. All these months have been really like coming in and going out without no 2 weeks notice, just being like 2 hours before the end of the month, been like, so I'm gonna head out. And that's not what I expect of my month's behavior. You know, like my company, I thought that we had an agreement with how time is going to pass. And they've all been in breach of contract all year, 11/4/11. So I'm just like, I don't know. I just think that we're in a year of disrespect. hate to say it like that. I don't mean no month slander. I really don't. But at some point, someone has to stand on truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I'm feeling. People taking what too seriously.
Oh, the colors.
Oh, now, like I said, it'd be different if you were a woman and it was a sorority or a man in a fraternity. Then it's like on homecoming weekend, you know what you're doing. You trying, you just want to start some smoke. But if it's opposite sex, then it's just like,
right. And it'd be different if it wasn't my favorite color. And it'd be different if this wasn't the second time this year I done my hair like this. It'd be different like this. It wasn't no specific thing.
I mean, he don't know all that. So, but I'm just like, for him, like Ira, you was already 2 beers in. Just say that.
You was doing too much.
You was already in. I need the group I used to go with, charter buses. It was a bit confusing. Yeah. Not really. I mean, not for me anyway. Like, if you're a researcher or a student, you probably have access through your school through like archives. So I don't know that script would be extra useful for a student or researcher, like as a source. I'm gonna skip over your comment in the chat, Vina, because we've already addressed that whoever that person is delinquent but deserves grace. So I'm just gonna skip on over it. Good morning, KJ. So nice to see you. Welcome in. This is 50
what he was trying
Brit.
to say. That's what he was trying to say, was that like, because my friend is one that like I did it because of him. And then that's when he was like, no, like she did it because it's her favorite color and that's what she wanted to do. So yeah, that was his point, was that it was like I was doing it for a dude. And his point was like, colors existed long before fraternities, my man. Like, no.
I'm trying to make it 2 more things. Balance.
We appreciate you coming when you can come. We definitely, you know, we are definitely those that know life be lifing.
Life be lifing, because behind the scenes, blowing up, watch it all fall out. That's what happens.
The accuracy, though. The accuracy, though. Like, bro.
Man.
That
we come on the screen and we're just like,
golly.
Yeah, absolutely. We're just in the moment when we're on screen. We're just in the moment. Like the rest of life just isn't happening around us. Oh yeah. When friends clap back on your behalf. Beautiful.
Oh yeah, Dominic is definitely one of those friends that he do not care, especially when it comes to older people. He be like, I just don't understand why older people just don't keep to themselves. He's definitely
not keep to yourself, not stay in your corner.
He definitely one of those people.
Listen,
he definitely one of those people.
He said, "Don't come over here, old timer. Don't come over here. You're in the deep end at this point."
Man.
Okay.
So what do you read?
Shay, wow, but I was about to ask you that same thing.
Well, I was supposed to be finished reading this manuscript yesterday, but that medicine knocked me out, so I'm doing it now. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry.
Grace for people who are delinquent. That's what we're on today. Grace for the delinquents.
Here's the thing. I didn't expect for my tooth to do what it did. I didn't know I was gonna have an emergency dentist appointment this week.
That was new to me. I was like,
yeah, all this stuff happened out of nowhere.
What I've been expecting to hear.
Yeah, all this stuff happened out of nowhere. So yeah, this week just threw me off. Like last week, just threw me off. So
yeah, I was like, that's the theme.
It's the thing. But I'm making good progress. I feel like I'm like, I'm on like chapter 6. So there we go. So we get to there.
You shouldn't have told me that.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. But I'm in the manuscript is the point. That's what I'm reading. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing for today. So yeah, that's what I'm reading. But when I'm done, I'll switch it. Oh, because I finished the other one, the other puzzle book. So I finished the other puzzle book that we were the appeal, and I figured out everything before the end of the book except for this one little thing. Like I figured that this lady was doing this little shady thing, and I got it, but I didn't figure out how shady she is. And I'm gonna just say it's because in my head people ain't that crazy, but they are. So that's the only reason I didn't think of that part. But I figured out the rest of it. So I'm glad that my mind works that good. So I'm hoping I can figure this one out too. Does this mean I'm gonna be prepared? Does this mean I'm gonna be prepared for book 3? I don't know, because what is book 3? Kane's Jawbone, where you gotta cut all the pages out and put them back in the right order.
Oh, that's intense.
Yeah. I'm nervous about that one. Because it's easy when it's all in the right order and you just gotta read, but like you don't know which clue is supposed to go where in it. I'm excited, but I'm nervous.
Yeah, you got that. Let me know how it goes.
I'll definitely tell you.
Okay. I am reading The Loyal Wife by Natalie Borelli.
Okay. It's giving thriller.
Kind of. That it could. Because
it's not giving romance.
No.
Yeah, it's not giving romance.
Here's the thing. Remember that book, The Golden Couple, that I put you on?
Yeah, I liked
it. This is not that. It feels like in her mind, she was like, I love The Golden Couple. But things that we can do in our mind are not necessarily things that we can do outside of our mind.
Right.
It's all in the execution. I've had to bump up against that as a writer. I'm like, I thought I could, but the little engine lied. Sometimes you can't do what you think you can, at least not yet. Not when you think you can. Sometimes you can, but just not right now. And I'm really pushing through because I'm like, I need to understand if this is a failure to execute on the part of the author, or if she just wanted to write a silly protagonist who thinks that she's smarter than she is. Because the number of times she said, I'm pretty smart, I'm like, I feel like people who are pretty smart don't ever announce it. Unless they're clicking on someone at the end of something where it's like, you thought I was boo-boo the fool. Turns out you are my apprentice. Turns out I've been leading you by the nose, boo. That's an end of the book type of rant. That's a gotcha, blot out type of thing. You see what I'm saying? Not know in the first 35% should you be telling us that you're smart. That's a red flag for me. In a human and in a book. If you're telling me that you're smart, I'm like,
especially if it's not like you telling me you smart in a frustrated way.
Right. Not like you being like, I don't know why I can't get this. I know that I'm smart. Then I can affirm you and be like, yes, you absolutely are. You're smart. You can do this. But not if you're just like, I'm smart. Then I'm just like.
It's why like I was reading about the blacklist because it makes me so mad because they keep trying to convince us this girl is smart. And I'm like, she not.
It's not coming together.
For quite a few seasons, and she is not intelligent. She makes real dumb decisions. She's not.
It's real dumb. I don't think that you'd be able to get through this book because she do such stupid stuff. Like, I'm just like, I'm really only reading it through because at this point I'm like, what's the truth? Now I can't tell if. Yeah, now I can't tell if you're dumb or delusional. Like, I really can't tell which one it is for real because I'm just like, do you really believe that? And I can't tell. She's moving like she believe it, but then other people who she claims to know things about, when she try to have her the gotcha is moment, they are like, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
oh, so then it's like maybe she's an unreliable character.
She's definitely unreliable. I can't say she's unreliable because she's dumb or delusional. Girl.
That be what keeps me in books I don't like, because I was like, I'm hoping this is on purpose. I'm hoping that you did this and this is all I'm supposed to be this angry because this is all your intention.
Exactly.
I feel like that's what I'm hoping with Monstrous, but a couple people have already confirmed for me that that's not what's gonna happen with Monstrous. I'm still just trying to hold on. Yeah. I'm hoping. Yeah, no, I just feel like no shade to the author. I just feel like she got a lot of family trauma that she just gotta work through, and I just don't think she realized how much she makes it to where like your family trauma make it look like you just don't like black people, baby.
Is this the book set in the South?
Yeah, the one with the snake on it. So I don't know if it's that you want to go inside or that you want to cross this rug that you know you can't cross, but you need to sit down till we get into this front, little girl. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it because I'm definitely curious. The talking snake got me. I ain't gonna hold you. The talking snake is what's getting me.
Oh, there's a talking snake.
It's a gigantic.
I'll let you do it and let me know how it goes because I'm just yeah,
because you definitely started Bad Witch Burning for me to let me know how it goes. So you know, I can.
Yeah, and I was like, don't swerve.
Swerve.
Truly, take this next exit up here before you get to me. Take this exit right here. Yeah, I know.
Oh, you posted a DNF review about that one and just. Oh, okay.
I'm sick. Listen, my favorite character was the snake. I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
Oh, that's exactly what's bothering me. That's exactly what's bothering me, Kendra. Because I was like, it's giving. Why are you? Y'all. Because at first I thought the white girl was a cousin from the way that it started, and then I realized it was the love interest. And y'all know I checked out immediately at that point once I realized it was the love interest. But I was like, I'm gonna keep going. And then I was like, oh, all the black people is family, and they all bad. And then I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like Major Payne, keep chugging along. Chug. I'm trying. Girl. I was like, when I was reading it today, we was in the FriYay sprints. I was like, well, you know, there's some black people with blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm waiting to see if there's a reason that she chose it. But I was listening to the audio book. I wasn't reading along physically, so I wasn't entirely sure. I wasn't. Birdie, I'm getting to this today after I finish my critique partner reading. I see you. I'm getting to it today.
Hey, Birdie.
Today. That's
what. Wait, is it Birdie or Alicia?
Well, it's both. Oh. Alicia's her name. Birdie is the nickname.
Oh. Alicia is her name. Birdie is the game. Anyway, listen to audiobooks, so it's bad to hear. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so I'm listening to this book, The Faithful Wife, and I was really hoping it was gonna give the golden couple vibes, and it's not.
Well, I want you to stay with it. So when you finish this, you can tell me if that was the author's plan. So that you can realize, or because the other part would be really great is if you think that she's delusional the entire time, just for it to be a twist for you to think that she was delusional, but it was all part of her plan. Like either way, all those that they're executed really well is a phenomenal. If it's the whole time I had you mad at this character, feeling this character is stupid and delusional, just for you to realize she had you the whole time, I'ma love it.
Okay, then I'll be like, what's the next book? To do.
Exactly. So stick it out for me.
I got an hour and a half left, so I'm just like,
stick it out for me.
Because mercy, the way I'm just like, because that's what the synopsis gave you to believe, that she was like, like a woman scorned, because her husband cheated on her. Let me tell you, this is the synopsis, no spoilers. Her husband, who is 52 now, and she's 17 years his junior. You do that math because I'm not able. She is his second wife of 6 years. 2 years into.
Got you.
Sure. 4 years into their marriage, he cheated on her with an intern because he's trying to get into politics. He was an investment banker or something. something to do with money, and then he's like, I think it's time I start getting into politics, which I'm like, how'd you come to that decision? But whatever, old white
You
man.
way too
So
late, and you not a lawyer, bro. You messing up
I
all
don't
around.
know what brought that on in his life. It feels like he just wants to be relevant. So, which fits with his personality from what I've seen. But anyway, so he's like, it's time I get into politics. And she's like, okay, I could be a good governor's wife, because he wants to be governor. And I'm just like, anyway. So 2 years ago, 4 years into their marriage, he cheated on her with his intern at his like campaign office or whatever. She ends up pregnant and missing. And so that was 2 years ago. She did that, something that he did, the wife helped him cover it up. And that's really, it's very vague on what they're saying that he did, but she helped him cover it up. So then the book starts off with her being like, I'm the perfect wife, blah, 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 blah. And then the next morning, he comes in, takes a shower, whatever. She finds a pair of blue silk panties that don't belong to her in his pants pocket. And I'm just like, in your pants pocket? The pants you discarded in the middle of the floor. This is why men get caught. You're not smart. If you're going to keep a trophy like that, why would you leave it in the middle of the room? But anyway, so she sees that as livid. And that's one thing about her is, if any of y'all have watched Suits and remember Louis Litt, that man who literally looks like a rat, the way he got this really quick temper, she's the same way. She can be like, oh my gosh, I adore him. I'm the better, like I'm the best. He's the best. All that energy will flip to the negative the second she gets pissed off. And that's exactly what happened in like chapter 1. Whole chapter, she's fawning, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the chapter, she's like, I will freaking end him. And then she goes, the next day when he goes to work, she goes and digs up a body. To let it be discovered. Then it gets discovered, that's the book. And so the book is like the police investigation that ensues, because she's like, I saw him run her over, the girl he had an affair with. She took her to an abortion clinic because he was like, he calls it the intervention, paying her $500,000 to get an abortion. He has the wife drive her there. She gets out the car, but then the girl never goes in. She walks down the street, gets into the husband's car. And so the wife is like, oh, so you were just playing me. She's not getting an abortion. Y'all are running off together. So she followed them to see what was going on. He drove her into the woods somewhere. She got out. He starts to drive away. The girl runs into the street and he hits her. Didn't even slow down. Just hit her and keep on going. Then, seeing that, does the wife report it? No, she went and buried the body. He doesn't even know if the wife saw her. So all this time, she's like, I gotcha. There's this big gotcha. But he's like, every time she brings up, you know that I saw you, right? He acts like he don't know what she's talking about. And I'm like, what's the truth? What's the truth? Because you definitely hit her. Do you you thought that she bounced off of your body, off of your car, and just was cool? And you just left her there? So now I'm just like, are you the wife, Delulu? Or is he the husband, Delulu? Now, the truth is, I think they're both a little bit Delulu. Well, I think he's a lot. Delulu.
Right,
I think
because even if you didn't hit her, you know that girl has been missing. So, you know, somebody did something to that girl.
Talking about, I thought she was in Texas. Why? You know you saw her that night and dropped her off in the woods. How exactly was she supposed to get to the airport?
My thought is maybe you didn't. Maybe you thought she went to get that abortion. You never heard from her again, and the wife is the one who killed her and buried her. So maybe she made up this.
He picked her up from the abortion clinic.
So that's true, or just the wife telling you that that's true?
Well, we went to a flashback and saw it, so who's to know? But
right, so that's my thought. Is like, so that could be the other part of it, is that like that's
the delusion.
Herself, and that's the delusion.
I don't know. That's why.
But either way, you're still delusional, because why would you not confirm where she is this entire time? Because again, you don't deserve to be no kind of politician. If before you a politician, you can't even keep your affairs in order. What kind of politician can't keep his side chicks in order? No politician.
Because you know you're gonna have them, please.
Because you gonna have them. Why do you think Bill Clinton did? Because he couldn't keep his side chicks in order. It ain't that he had one. It's because he couldn't keep them quiet.
You got caught. And then, as Cat Williams said, don't you ever confess. You got to stand strong on the fact that you didn't do it. And here, I can't tell who. I think it's just a battle of whose
I'm not gonna.
delusion
I
is
want to
what
really know. I'm
delusion.
just curious. I'm just curious because also, what kind of vendetta? Oh, you gonna cheat on me again? I'm gonna just go dig this body up. Wait a minute, girl. Because hold on, you are also an accessory after the fact, lady.
Right.
Wait a minute.
You
What?
buried the
Y'all
body.
both gonna go to jail, girl? You're doing
Literally.
the most.
I was like, you
No,
didn't think this through,
I'm
honey. You
taking
didn't think
you
this through at
down, not
all.
taking us down. Chill, chill, chill.
Yo,
I
and that
always
was her
say,
first
and
reaction.
y'all take this however you want to take it. Crime of passions are always easier to get off than premeditated murder. I don't care what you say. It
Which
is so
we
much
know.
easier.
So it's just
It
like,
is so much easier to kill them when you find out that they cheated than to wait a year. Is all I'm saying.
well, she ain't even trying to kill him. She wants to see him suffer. But he's so delusional and so entitled that he rarely suffers for long. He always comes back to either paying someone off, taking his lawyers on them, or coming back to this righteous indignation like, oh, I made one mistake. I slept with her once.
Girl,
She was like,
obviously
sir,
she
you ain't
ain't
sleep with
read
her
or
once.
seen Gone Girl, because girl, you should have learned. You want to make somebody suffer. A Gillian Flynn told you. You're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right because you're suffering.
Right. You're an accessory after the fact, girl.
You're not doing it right.
Also,
You're suffering
I'm not
too.
helping you bury nobody. I ain't. You cheated
didn't
on
even
me,
ask
got
her
the
to.
girl pregnant, then hit the girl, and then I'm gonna go bury the body. No, I'm gonna let it stay there. I'm gonna take some pictures and video, and I'm gonna go about my business.
Legit. That's the only way to do it. And even then, you taking the video still implicates you because you didn't report the crime. That's obstruction of justice.
Right. At the very least, I'm definitely not doing nothing that's gonna help you out.
I'm not gonna go touch the body
At all. I had to go
and then
find
she threw
shovels.
up
I didn't have no shovels in my car. I had to go get shovels and put. Girl, no.
She went to their house, their old house. So they had to sell their old house. They had to. Well, he had to. She's broke. They had to sell their second house. Well, it was his first house in his marriage with his first wife of 17 years or something. So they had to sell that house to pay the girl $500,000 to get the abortion. And so that house, I guess she still had keys because the sale wasn't complete, or I don't know. But she went to that house 2 miles away, went into the shed, got shuffles, came back, found the girl, buried her. I said, you did all of this for on some volunteer stuff? Because he didn't ask you to do that. So what's the reason? And I don't like her. She's selfish. She's selfish. She's impulsive. She thinks that she's smart. And I think that she actually might be a mix of dumb and delusional.
I mean, well, I don't know if y'all didn't ever watch Breaking Bad, but she sound like Walter White, because Walter White was stupid and selfish. Like, and the whole show, they try to convince you that this man is smart. And I was like, y'all don't think that this show sound like a white man wet dream? Like, how in the world do you be a regular white man school teacher, know nothing about the drug cartel game, and you come in and you just smarter than everybody who been selling drugs and in the cartel game for 30 plus years? You just come in here and everybody else dying and losing stuff but you because you just so smart. Oh, okay. That don't sound like somebody like that don't sound fictional to you. That don't sound delusional as all get out.
It's delusion.
That don't sound delusional.
Heavily. So that's what I'm gonna be reading during this sprint while I do some work on my computer. But y'all, it's really taking a lot of me to even get through this book because I'm just like, dumb or delusional, which one is it? And also, do you have any real friends? I'm starting to think not. And I also don't even care because
I'm starting to think that real people, like real humans, don't have real friends, and that's why they write characters that don't have real friends. Like, truthfully.
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe that people in general don't have real friends, and that's why people can't write real friends and real stories. Because in most books, people have horrible friends, or they don't have friends. Maybe
writers don't have real friends. Maybe it's the writers.
Right, because I'm like...
Because writing is a solitary thing, so it's very possible, but I just made it real and was like, go outside, essentially.
Please go meet some
Go
people because
outside.
golly. Somebody
Because
was on Instagram like, internet people are not your real friends. They don't really care about you. And I was like, I mean, I understand people can hurt you, truthfully, because I've had people in the internet space make me be very cautious. But some of my internet friends, I would ride or die for. Like, there are a few of y'all that I would really cut some people for if y'all come across them. Like, truthfully, I'll ride for a few of y'all. A few of y'all, not all y'all. Just a couple, it's like 5 of y'all that
small minority.
I'll be ready to knuckle up for 5 of y'all. 5. It is 5. 5 people I'll be ready to knuckle up for. The rest of y'all, hey, y'all on your own. But truthfully, like,
I'm gonna recommend prayer, and that's it.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, baby. Because like, truthfully, I got some real friends in my life, and I can't imagine not having them.
Not yet. Yeah, I think it's the quality of the friend. Like, are you just talking about internet friends who you just talk to in like DMs of different videos? Because okay, but if you're talking about friends who you've actually had real conversations with and been vulnerable with, you can have intimacy with that person as easily as you can have intimacy with someone having that same conversation sitting on your couch. Like, it just depends on what you're doing and how you're showing up with these people and for these people. But yeah, I definitely think it's possible that some of these writers either do not have friends or have had a series of unfortunate relationships that define how they think about relationships. Because even the relationships that are supposed to be good, I'm just like, me personally, if a human talks to me like that, we're done. Don't come back. It's not cute. It's not gonna be enemies to lovers. Some of these enemies to lovers are abuse to lovers.
Right. Nah, y'all
to lovers.
Y'all are beyond enemies because I would never let somebody talk to me the way y'all talk to me. Like, we couldn't even be friends, let alone lovers.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't even nod to you when I walked past you. You wouldn't get an acknowledgement, let alone lovers. Like, y'all tripping.
Because that's the thing is, it shows a lot. It shows short-sightedness. I was watching, there was this interview, and it was Kier Gaines, this black man who does a lot of like therapy.
I love Kier. Kier and Noemi. I love them. I love them.
And his relationship with his wife is just beautiful from what we can say. I just appreciate him being representation for like healthy black men and talking to black men about healthy relationships, doing the Lord's work. I love it. So when he was doing an interview and he was basically saying like the best relationship advice that I've ever gotten is when you're dating someone or interested in someone, even watch how they treat people who they don't like or who have crossed them, because the only difference between you and that person is a circumstance, and you could easily be in that person's position. And I think that's true. So at the point in the book when you and that person are enemies, what did you do? Like, how did they speak to you? Were they like really, really nasty and condescending? Because if that's so, that person is still in there, not just because they realize that they like you because you're voluptuous or, I like your body type, or, like, it's some physical stuff that always is the breakdown of the enemy. It's really like,
very superficial.
It's very superficial. And so it's just like, so once you start aging together, is he gonna start being a jerk to you again? Like, you're not always gonna want to have sex every single day, 5 times a night, fantasy. What's gonna happen then? Because if he's treating you this way because you don't do anything for him, then what's gonna happen in seasons where you don't have anything to give? But y'all are lovers now because what?
Or even how you respond to or act to people who were once so close to you, how you react when they wrong you, right? Because like, even like in our friendship, like how you've seen me react to people who were close to me that hurt me. Like, I've spoken about how they've hurt me and everything, but I've never been retaliatory towards them or anything like that. It was just like, we're not there no more. Keep it pushing. Because I'm not going to be evil towards you, because at one point in time, I loved you. I had love for you. It's not in me to be evil towards you, but I'm not going to keep you in my space. I'm going to keep moving. That's very different for somebody I ain't never had love for. Very different. But you have to watch to know that, right? Because some people, You can tell, oh, they ain't never had love for somebody because the way they've always treated people.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to watch people, and that's one thing that people don't do. Y'all are so quick to it's a hustle gang song. Everybody ain't your friend. We use that word loosely, too loosely.
Mm-hmm.
Social media made it to where
Yeah.
everybody is your friend. That's
Oh,
not
you have 7,000 likes or 700 friends, and it's like,
no, you have 700 people who are following you in some
right, who are
capacity,
watching you,
who
really. You
are
got 700
connected
voyeurs.
to you on this platform, but they're not friends.
Yeah. And it's not really real connections either. You just got 700 voyeurs. They're
There
just
we go.
watching. You got
Watch it.
700 ops.
Right. Because it
That's
definitely don't
really
do
what
that.
it is.
Because if you had 700 friends and if you were writers, we'd hope they'd stop some of this stuff y'all putting out. But
that continues to get my goat. I'm just continually confused.
because I ain't got no tea, but if I did, it would be hot. Because baby, some of these books,
to that
some of these books,
yeah,
baby.
because some of them, I'm like, Shay would never let me do that. If Shay would, books would be out by now. But Shay's like, what? Question.
Literally, I was like, she gonna be like,
I really be
ninja.
pouting.
She be like, ninja, really? Ninja, really? I'm like, I'm just being careful. You can ignore it, but I'm just being careful because I just don't. I care about you. I don't care about none of these other people. I care about you.
What it really is when she said she was on chapter 6. I was like, but I've seen dozens of comments already. What do you mean you're not even halfway through? What was said?
Okay, but to be fair, some of it is me just like, hey, this is in reference to a comment up here. So it's like, hey, this is why I said this. So some of it isn't even like just comments. It's like, see previous comment. Like this is in reference to that. So to be fair,
Y'all, this is Chantel, Shanny for short.
Ain't she cute, y'all?
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful?
Isn't she lovely?
That's exactly where I was going with that. 5 points to you. So, it's very annoying, but it's worth it to have good friends around you. That's the lesson of the day. So, it's that's just the thing for me is when people say like the enemies to lovers trope, or people are like having all of this stuff going on in their books and there's no necessarily accountability. Now, obviously, it's not a blanket statement. Sometimes there is, and I really appreciate those books where it's like, oh, okay, that's the only way I'll accept a miscommunication trope if it's done early and you misunderstood something that you were seeing because you didn't know that person yet. You're walking into an office, you see something that you think you understand that makes that person your enemy, then you get to know them and you're like, oh, that wasn't what was happening, or oh, that was an ongoing situation, or oh, like that's when he finally or she finally like snapped after years of being the good person and letting it go. Like, okay, that's the only miscommunication trope I'll accept, because then it's like, oh, you thought you understood this person and you didn't. And now you realize, oh, they're actually a really good person, blah, 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 that was an anomaly. Sure. Then we get explanation, we get to know them better. That's really all I'll accept. Then there's accountability. But when there's just bad behavior and there's no accountability, you're just willing to ignore it because they're attractive to you. I really hate that. I really hate that. Let's get into the sprint so that Shay can take her puppos out for a walk before they come through this screen and actually acknowledge me for once, only to bite my face off. So, because Titan never acknowledges me like a light
He
skin.
even being quiet. It's literally Cleo's the only one barking. Titan
I literally was like, is that Queen Cleo over there really throwing all these snuffy
really
hissy fits?
I don't
He's
know
like,
why
take me outside.
Take me outside, like now.
You need to do a video and send it to Rockstar so that he can do a voiceover for your dogs.
Man, for real, I do.
Funny.
And like send it to him, like please.
Yes. Please, do you see this chaos? Atlanta controversy. I don't have no thoughts on it. I don't live in Atlanta, and I think that's it. I don't live in Atlanta. I don't have no thoughts on it. I'm never going to be for a black man being dragged for doing nothing to people, though. So that's all of my thoughts. Okay, let's do a 45 because who knows when we come back how long we'll be talking. So that would be at the 45-minute, whatever time zone you're on. It's 10:59 for me. So at 11:45, whatever time it is for you at 45, we'll be back. All right. Let's go. Alrighty. That was our first sprint. I don't know if we'll get to a second one, so I'm glad that we did a 45. How did y'all do? I have less than an hour, left. On the good wife or whatever her name is, the faithful wife, the loyal wife. And I still don't know if she is Delulu. Like I said, it's giving dumb to me. It well and truly is giving dumb. But and to complete my 50s wife portraiture, a large mug of tea. Who am I? So I don't know. Hi Maya, thanks for having us up. If y'all came in during the sprint, welcome in. And also if you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching. Smash that like button. Yeah, I truly cannot, and not even can't not tell. I really have decided that she's dumb. It's a little late in the book for her to be still being surprised about certain things where it's just like, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? So it's just and just the trust she keeps having in people and the naive things that she says, like, if you're nice to people, they'll be nice to you. And then her husband's daughter, who hates her guts, has been rude to her the entire book. But although however, she was 29 when she married the man. He told her that he was already separated from his wife and that they were just living together for the sake of their children. Never mind the fact that they had 3 kids, 2 sons and 1 daughter. The daughter's the youngest. She was the only one in the house, like the daughter. The other kids were grown and gone. So you're not doing it for the sake of the children. You got one child still living with you, and she's not really a child. She was older, I think. And maybe she wasn't 5. If she was younger, she was probably like a preteen, but also she's in college now and they've been married for 6 years. So maybe she was like 12 when they got married. And she straight up hates her. I don't believe that him and his wife were done when she came into the picture, but the fact that she believes that just tells you how willing she is to be delusional as long as it serves her. And she's so naive. That's why I can't believe that she's actually smart, because she's so naive. She'll believe whatever she wants to believe as long as it serves her and makes her feel or look like a good person. And I don't like characters like that. Main side anything. I don't like characters like that. So there's not really anyone likable in the book, and those books are always a little hard for me to read, but I kind of expect that in like thrillers, because they're not like, you don't have to like anyone. The mystery is what keeps you reading. Everything else is just for funsies. So yeah, all that to say, she's a little bit too naive for me to believe that by the end, oh yeah, she always had it up here. I don't think she has it up here. There was this reel on Instagram the other day that was like, what are the different ways you've heard of people calling someone dumb? And one of them was like, the the wheel is turning. The wheel is turning up there, but the hamster is dead. Oh, and the hamster is dead. Her hamster is deceased. R.I.P. to her hamster, because it's just like she's so naive. And meanwhile, the daughter has come home from school on a break, which is lasting far too long. And the daughter's hair is looking like a little thinner and like less healthy and shiny as it has. She looks thin and is like fat shaming the protagonist, even though like she's not overweight or anything, but like she'll eat some chips and the girl will be like, or like, do you want some honey? And she's like, if you're eating a lot of sugar, figures. And I'm just like, I just can't deal with disrespectful kids. I don't care. Like, when I see kids in these books being disrespectful to fallen adult, and the adult just sitting here stepping over the kid, like, oh, I want her to like me. Girl, stand up. So she thinks the girl has an eating disorder. No one else seems to see it, which again goes back to, is she delusional? Like, does she just want to be the hero so bad, or is everyone else just stupid? Two things can be true. But anyway, I'm going to finish this book today because I'm tired of listening to it, and I'll let you know how that goes. But I feel like there's a lot of delusional people in this book, and I'm very curious about what's going on with the daughter, Madison, because she's all up under her dad, and I'm just like, are you a daddy's girl, or is there something gross going on there? I think it's just that she's a daddy's girl, but something is going on with her health. Like, if she's as sick as as we see her through the protagonist, something's going on with her, and the way that no one seems to see it or be willing to address it is weird to me. Like, everyone keeps shutting her down. So anyway, Shay, how'd that go for you?
It was all right. The dogs were interesting, so but it's all right.
Okay.
All right. I need to eat something. My head is starting to hurt. So
yeah. Do y'all want, Shay, how do you feel about another sprint? Are you good with the 45?
yeah, we can
Or
do
are
another
you like,
sprint.
I could do? Okay.
We can do another one. Or we can be down. I'm down for whatever. I'm gonna be reading no matter what. So
Okay. And I'm gonna be doing what I was just doing just now. Regardless, I feel much more okay with doing longer, like doing more sprints now that I don't have to contend with these timers starting and stopping. That was really stressing me out. Now that I can just put the little ticker on there, and now I'm like, I don't care because I'm gonna keep doing what I was doing regardless. Hate the jealousy, some romance books. Yeah, I had to think when you first said that, but I do remember that. Shay, do you remember that? I think that you read that series. Did you?
no, I've only read the McLean brothers and then the Them Boys novels.
Oh,
Chill out.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did happen. And then she did put her hands on that grown man. I'm just like, the choices we choose. But
I'm only putting the hands on the other chick if she knew.
she threw a whole coffee table at them, like a whole chair. She hulked out.
Yeah, no. If she knew, that's one thing. But I'm always going after
It
the man because I
wasn't
know you knew. I know you know.
right.
But I
It
can't do
wasn't
nothing
what
about it. Yeah. Chill out. They don't want
it,
you. Cool.
it was not what she thought it was. So it wasn't what she thought it was. It wasn't another woman. It was, spoiler alert if anyone's gonna watch this or read that book. It was her, uh, the mother of his. Oh no! It was more complicated than that. It was the mother of his son, and his son thought that it was some real Tyler Perry style stuff. The guy, I forget what Hassan. I think the guy's name was Hassan. I forget what her name was, the protagonist. Um, but Hassan, we've seen Hassan's little brother throughout the entire book. He's a total mess, but his little brother is actually his son. That typical thing. So it was his son's mother trying to see the child. He's not a child. He's like early 20s, but trying to get back in his life. And he was like, that's very complicated because he doesn't even know that I'm his dad. He thinks I'm his big brother. So they were having a discussion about that when she came across him, and she freaked out and threw stuff. And yeah, then went home, and he was like, it's not what you think. And then she put her hands on him, and he was like, do not put your hands on me. And she proceeded to pop him in the face. I said, mercy. Oh, she absolutely two-pieced him. And I was like, this is fine as a reader, but as a woman, that's just a bad idea. But it's not like she does it in all of her books. So I just feel like, well, there are women out there who are crazy enough to box with a man. The only way you're going to win that fight is if he refuses to hit you back, which is what happened. But representation being what it is, all of her women don't behave like that. But if you write 20 books, one of them should be crazy enough to do that, and that was the one. It hasn't happened since. So I'm okay with it. And I like the fact that she ended up tapping that woman's behind too. And she needed to. She absolutely needed to. Not for what happened in the coffee shop necessarily, but also sort of, because the woman should never have come back. Like, she should never have come back. And I'll just say to the rest, like, you'll just have to read it, I guess. But that woman needed to have a coffee table thrown at her for returning. That coffee table was like 20 years overdue, truthfully. Because, yeah, coffee table is light work, honestly. She should have had more done to her. So I'm okay with the woman getting her behind beat, but her putting her hands on Hassan, like, but she apologized for it after she heard what happened. She didn't know, and she could never have guessed. When I heard the story, I was like, I'm not good at math, but something about this math is really weird. And then when you find out what happened, you're like, you was punching the wrong person. But she corrected it later. Anyway, moving on. Hey, Maya, Venus 80% through. Okay. I made it to chapter 18 of my read of A Valentine for Christmas by Reese Ryan. Okay. A Valentine for Christmas. Okay. I've been doing a lot of pinning on Pinterest this morning for the aesthetics for my Christmas romance project. Are you publishing this year? Have I just been out of it on the Discord?
No, but she's writing a Christmas romance.
Oh, okay. The fact that it was normalized and she didn't even ask what was going on. I mean, it wasn't normalized. People were recording it, and he definitely told her she was tripping. So it wasn't like everyone was like, just a day in the life. Like, it was abnormal. Okay. Let's go into another sprint. Wow, look at that. And it's 12 o'clock. So once again, it'll be at the 45. Love that. Yeah, I'm gonna try to finish the book. I think I'll have 15 minutes left by the time we come back. And you know what? That's enough. Just getting back into the practice.
Right.
All right, y'all. Let's get into this next sprint in 3, 2, 1. Y'all turn them pages. All right, as you can see, I moved locations. I'm gonna have a meeting at 1, so I have to go. But I think I was right. Something ain't right with this daughter. And now I'm really not sure what the father does know. But I know that he hit someone, so that kind of doesn't matter. But now I think maybe the daughter was in on it. And I'm just like, girl, go home. Like, cut your losses. You want this man's money. You want him to go to jail for this murder so you can keep his money because you grew up hard. Da, 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 da. Go home. You're not going to get his money. I'm sorry. You're not getting his money. Yo behind signed a prenup. And then she found out that he adjusted the prenup. And she has yet to share with us what the new prenup says. And that was hours ago. That was early. So I'm just like, what does the prenup say? Did you read the prenup or did you just not read it after you heard that he had adjusted it even further? So I'm just like, child, you're not getting no money from this man. Period. You're not getting any money from him. His entire family hates you. His daughter hates you. His ex-wife hates you. Your best friend is rolling around with him. Just found that out. She was like, I thought y'all hated each other. That's the gotcha. Oh my goodness. The book is messy boots. The book is messy boots. I am gonna go. I have like 17 more minutes left. Or maybe more. My phone died, so I'm listening on my laptop now. I have 26. I have 26 more minutes, and I honestly don't know how it's gonna end even at this point. There's just so much. Everyone seems so crazy. It's like, which one of y'all is supposed to be the sane one? So anyway, everyone's unreliable. How did that sprint go for y'all before I sign off? Birdie making a dent in Morningstar. Cool. Venus 88% done. Shay, what about you?
I'm making progress. Reading's going good. I'm liking the new additions to the story. They're helping the story move forward, so that's good. I also ate some leftover Chinese food, so that's good.
What's good?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dang. No, I want noodles.
It's going well. It's going well. I had to do another rinse on my jaw to get it to stop hurting. So, you know what? We're just gonna take this blunt out because it just obviously just wants to do its all thing this morning. So we're just gonna let the braids fall because that's just where we are at this point. So, hi
You
y'all.
know, when it's 12:50 and you've been up since early,
5 this morning. So yeah,
12 starts to feel like the end of the workday.
it definitely is. I've been up 7 hours. It's almost an 8 hour shift at this point. So
Yeah,
yeah,
very much.
so definitely gonna eat the rest of this, read some more, probably take a break, stretch a little bit, get out this chair for a little while, and then
Good.
get back to it. I definitely just want to get it to you before the day ends today, so you have it. Because I am sorry that I didn't get it finished yesterday. This week threw me off. I deeply apologize. Deeply apologize. But as long as I get it to you before it's Saturday, is all my plan. Get it to you before
Good.
it's Saturday.
Wow, it is Friday. Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
I've been working
Boy.
on book 2, so I'm not overly pressed, but yes, thank you. There's more work
Yeah,
to do.
no. I try to get it to you as fast as I can when I'm on it. I'm trying not to let nothing sidetrack me or nothing.
Gracias.
You're welcome, love. You're welcome.
Uh,
It might be your book, baby, but I'm low key the godmama right now.
yeah,
So, make sure it's well taken care of at this point. So,
yeah. Whole midwife right now, just trying
yeah,
to birth this baby.
make sure it come out right. Make sure it come out right.
Man, that's a
Boy,
whole
I'm
different, that's
yeah,
a whole different writerly conversation because, not all CPs are created equal, and that's no shade. That's just like
there's no shade
depending
at
on the
all.
book, there are just certain CPs you may have who have a greater area of expertise, and so they become like the primary person. Like if it was fantasy, it would probably be like Trey or Shannon, who I'm like running over with again and again and again. But yeah, it's so important to know which person needs to be the midwife for your story, because it can't just be anyone, because at a certain point it's no longer cute. Like yes, writing a book is so fun, getting ready to publish is so fun, but at a certain point the fun is in the future. Right
It's
now
not
it's
right. It
just
starts being fun and it's the job.
right. It's a
Right.
total job. It's hey, here's this, here's the deadline, here are the
Yeah.
questions, da 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 da. This is your fourth time, maybe it's the last one, and then you get the notes back, and it's like, mm-mm-mm. This isn't
Right.
the last one, but here are my notes. Like so, you need to pick the right midwife for your story, and it may always be a CP, but it probably won't always be the same CP if
The
you
same
write across
CP. Yeah.
multiple genres. And
Right.
age categories is another thing. So, that's a whole nother rattly conversation. Choosing the right CP, because also sometimes it's not about genre. Sometimes it's about like just that person's particular strengths as a reader and a writer.
Right.
Like for instance,
Because
yes,
like romance
for like an
isn't what I
alpha read.
read or write. It's not what I
Hmm,
read or write. I said because romance
right,
isn't what I
right,
read or write. It's
right.
just attention to detail is my thing.
Exactly. So it may not always be the genre. Sometimes it's like this CP is super strong on magic systems and they have memorized Sanderson's rules of magic and they're really good about helping the world be unique and real and da, 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 like that's their bag. So then they may be your person for that
Yeah.
at a certain point in the book's writing, which that's like early on if you talk about magic system, but maybe for the end of it, when you're trying to like you're looking at big picture, it may be a different CPU who was like assisting the birth of that at that level, right? So yeah, I definitely think there's something to be said for knowing which CP to ask for certain things, because it could be the same project and different CPs are intensively involved at different parts. There could be one that's really involved in like the alpha phase and even the beta, and then another one who's like from beta to arc, like they're really the ones that are with you. And good CPs can tell you which one they should and shouldn't be doing. But also the longer you know a CP, the more accurate your first request will be to ask the right person the first time.
Fortune. I do totally agree.
Is that why I feel so tired? Probably. If you've been up since 5, yes, your workday is done.
Yeah, no, we definitely been up for a long time.
I still need to get some writing in, maybe in our
Yeah,
night
I'm a
read
I'm a
sprints.
writing on nighttime one because I haven't written all day, so I'm gonna write on nighttime one for sure.
I didn't get any reading done. I spent the whole time editing. Now I'm starving.
Girl,
Oof,
girl, that's why I had to grab some food. I
sounds
was
like
like, you
Shay.
ain't really ate yet. You need to eat something.
I just saw that on Spotify. Because
I
Spotify's
saw
like, oh, we
this.
have 15 hours for premium members of audiobooks. And I was scrolling and I saw that. Now, one thing about Jasmine Ward, she gonna name a book.
She gonna name a title. She gonna give it a title for
She
sure.
absolutely is.
She gonna give it a good title
She sure is. It's a
for
whole aesthetic. Like, it's just a mood. Let us
right.
descend. Okay, where we going? Like it's
Where are
very.
we going? Okay.
She gonna give it a
We
good
going?
old 1-2 heave ho, and I love
Right.
that. Okay, I have a meeting in 5 minutes, so I gotta hop out of this virtual
Okay.
space to another virtual space. But thank y'all so much for joining. Um, if you have not checked out my Patreon where I write melanated fanfic, definitely hop on over there. There's some things you can read for free, and then if you like it, you can become a member for $3 a month. Shay, any announcements?
Melanated 10K Day tomorrow, starting on my channel. I know we have one other co-host. I don't know how many other co-hosts, so we might just be on my channel for like a long stretch and then switch over there. You'll see the playlist on my channel later today. So definitely make sure you are subscribed to check it out, because I'm gonna make up for all the reading I'm doing today by getting a lot of writing done tomorrow. So if you're trying to get some NaNoWriMo words in, definitely hop on over there. And not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after, we'll have a writerly conversation, right? Because it'll be the third Tuesday.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be on my channel. I haven't edited it yet, but it'll be up there. So I'll be working on that this weekend too. So just subscribe and whatever. So you
subscribe and whatever. All right, y'all. Have an amazing weekend. Goodbye to all and to the Friday few. Hooty hoo!
Bye.